Confidence is key. Nicole was always insecure about herself. She didn't like how she looked. She thought she was too tall and skinny. People would always ask her how tall she is. She tried to gain weight, but she never could. Most people would love to be in Nicole's situation though. Nicole didn't like how she was so shy. She wished she could easily talk to people and make new friends. Nicole didn't like her voice. She thought it was too low. Nicole's confidence was so low that her friends started to get annoyed with her. They kept telling her that she was fine, but Nicole would deny it. Nicole's mom encouraged her to join a sports team at school. Nicole did not want to, because she didn't want to get rejected. After days of convincing, Nicole finally gave in to her mother's request. Nicole decided to try out for the basketball team. She played when she was younger, but has not played in 5 years. It helped that Nicole was tall. When Nicole went to tryouts, she looked at all the people she was competing against. She started to compare herself to the other girls. They were all shorter than her, but they were more confident. Nicole tried to put them out of her mind. The coach asked the girls to shoot free throws, run short distance, and then finally, asked them to play a game. Nicole was doing well, and she was surprised. She didn't realize that she still had basketball skills. Nicole made the team and felt more confident about herself. She knew she was good at something. Jogging around the neighborhood. Every day Tiffany jogged 5 miles around her house. She loved running around her neighborhood. It made her feel refreshed for the rest of the day. She felt more healthy and productive after her runs. She did not always run the same route. She liked to change her route to make running more fun. Sometimes she ran to grocery stores and sometimes she ran to her friend's house. It was a new journey each time. In order to run, she had to have the right gear. She always wore quality athletic clothes. She had to wear good running shoes that were durable. She kept her hair in a high ponytail so her hair would not interfere with her face. She kept a water bottle with her at all times to continue to stay hydrated. Sometimes she ran at the gym, but she preferred the fresh air. There was something about seeing the trees and cars passing by, which made her happy. Today she decided to run to a movie theater. She was meeting a friend there later. She had her water, music, and a smile ready. She started running early so that she would be there on time. A good, broken promise. Denise, Brian, and Melissa were best friends. Denise and Melissa met each other first. They met at ballet lessons. They both hated it, and they bonded over that. Denise and Melissa met Brian during art class in 9th grade. The three were about to graduate from high school and go to different colleges. Denise was going to Boston University, Melissa was going to New York University, and Brian was going to Harvard. At least they were all going to be on the East Coast. Denise secretly had a crush on Brian. She has liked him for 2 years. She was glad that they were going to be nearby each other. She wanted to tell him, but she didn't know if he liked her, too. She didn't want to ruin their friendship. She admitted to Melissa that she liked Brian. She made Melissa keep it a secret. Melissa said okay. Melissa and Brian met up after school to do homework. They were working on physics. All of a sudden Brian stopped reading. "I have to tell you something," he said. What is it? Melissa asked. I like Denise and I kinda want to tell her, Brian said. Tell her. Melissa said. But what if she doesn't feel the same way? It'll be awkward, he said. I shouldn't say this, but she told me she likes you. Melissa said. Brian smiled. Knowing that Denise liked him too made things easier. Brian surprised Denise with flowers and admitted that he liked her. I do too. Wow, this is crazy. I just told Melissa yesterday that I like you, she said. I know, she told me while we were studying, he said. Normally, Denise would be mad if Melissa broke a promise, but this time it was okay. Moving into the dorm. Michael is a freshman at UCLA. He is going to live in the dorms. Before then, he lived with his parents. His parents are happy for him, but sad that they won't get to see him as much. Michael has 2 roommates. One of them is his friend from high school. The other one is someone he does not know. Michael didn't bring that many things to the dorm. He knew that the dorms at UCLA are pretty small. When Michael and his parents entered the room, both of his roommates were already in there. Michael. What's up? William exclaimed. Michael and William hugged. They were excited to be continuing their adventures in college. The other roommate David was quietly at his desk. He was already studying. Hi, I'm Michael, he extended his hand to David. David shook his hand and continued studying. Getting an early start, huh? Michael asked. Yeah, I'm trying to get straight A's, David said. Michael assumed that he was very smart. What is your major? Michael asked. Biology, I want to be a doctor, David said. It was now clear to Michael why David was studying so much. After Michael's parents helped him move in, they said their goodbyes. They wouldn't see him until Thanksgiving. Hey, let's go try the dining hall food. I heard it's amazing, William said. Sure. Let's invite David too, even though he'll probably say no, Michael said. The boys asked if David wanted to come along. Yeah, I'm actually pretty hungry, he said. The boys all went to dinner together and all of them got along. Michael had a good feeling about UCLA. To be independent. Beverly has been in boarding school since she was 10 years old. Her parents put her in boarding school to make her a more independent person. Beverly was against it at first. She wanted to stay with her parents like most kids of her age. She started getting used to boarding school when she was about 15 years old. She would only see her parents during winter break and during the summer. Beverly is okay with it now, because she is so used to not seeing her parents. Whenever she sees her parents though, they spend almost every day together. However, Beverly is going to attend a university near her parents. In fact, the university is only 20 minutes away from their house. Beverly asked if they wanted her to stay with them. Her parents said that she should live in the dorms to make more friends. Beverly agreed. Even though Beverly lived close to her parents, she barely saw them because she was so busy. She did see them during winter break though. Beverly wanted to study abroad in the summer in Italy. She asked her parents if they were okay with that. Absolutely not. Being alone in a different country is dangerous. Her mom said. But I have been alone for so long. Isn't this why you put me in boarding school to begin with? I know how to be independent. I am responsible and smart enough to go to Italy alone, she said. Honey, the truth is, we just wanted to spend summer with you, her dad said. That is when Beverly realized that even though her parents wanted her to be independent, they cherished spending time with her a lot.